April 22, 2025, dawned bright and clear in the Baisaran Valley. Nestled in the Himalayas, the valley is a popular tourist destination, known for its lush meadows and breathtaking views. On this day, tragedy struck. A group of militants, armed and ready, waited to ambush a group of unsuspecting tourists. The attack began at approximately 10:30 a.m. local time. The terrorists, strategically positioned, opened fire on a group of nearly 40 tourists. The idyllic peace of the valley was shattered by the deafening roar of gunfire. Chaos and panic ensued as the tourists, caught completely off guard, scrambled for cover. The attack left 26 people dead, including 25 Indian nationals and one Nepalese tourist. This horrific act of violence sent shockwaves across India and the world. The tranquil beauty of Baisaran Valley was forever stained with the blood of innocent victims. In the aftermath of the attack, bloodied bodies lay scattered across the once pristine meadow, a chilling testament to the brutality of the act. The joyous laughter of children, replaced by the anguished cries of survivors, echoed through the valley, a haunting reminder of the day paradise was lost. The militants, armed with sophisticated weaponry including M4 carbines and AK-47 assault rifles, exhibited a chilling level of preparedness and brutality. Their attack was meticulously planned, targeting a large group of tourists at a vulnerable location, ensuring maximum casualties and sowing widespread terror. Witnesses recounted harrowing scenes of the terrorists systematically targeting individuals, firing at point-blank range. The militants reportedly demanded their victims recite Islamic verses and checked for circumcision marks, indicating a possible religious motivation behind the heinous act. The attackers showed no mercy, even targeting women and the elderly. Their actions were not merely acts of violence but a calculated performance of terror, intended to send a message of fear and intimidation. The use of such high-powered weaponry, coupled with the methodical nature of the attack, pointed towards a well-trained and organized group, further deepening the horror and raising serious concerns about the security situation in the region. Amidst the carnage and chaos, a glimmer of courage shone through. Syed Adil Hussain Shah, a local Kashmiri, risked his own life to save others. When the firing began, Shah, instead of seeking safety, charged towards the terrorists, attempting to shield the terrified tourists. His selfless act of bravery came at a great cost. Shah was fatally wounded in the attack, sacrificing his own life to protect complete strangers. His courage and compassion stood in stark contrast to the barbarity of the terrorists, proving that even in the darkest of times, humanity can shine through. Shah's story, one of extraordinary courage and sacrifice, quickly spread throughout India. He became a national hero, his name synonymous with bravery and selflessness. Posthumously, he was awarded the Ashok Chakra, India's highest peacetime military decoration, a testament to his valor. While his death was a profound loss, his courage served as a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of terror, the human spirit remains resilient and capable of extraordinary acts of selflessness. His story continues to inspire millions across India and beyond. In the aftermath of the attack, responsibility was swiftly claimed by the Resistance Front, a militant group operating in the Kashmir region. The TRF is believed to have close ties to Lashkar-e-Taiba and Hizbul Mujahideen, two of the most notorious terrorist organizations operating in South Asia. The TRF, through various online channels, issued a chilling statement justifying the attack as retaliation against what they deemed demographic changes in Kashmir. They specifically cited the increasing settlement of non-Kashmiris in the region as a threat to their ideology and a justification for their violent actions. The group's ideology is rooted in a radical interpretation of Islam and a deep-seated animosity towards India. They seek to establish an independent Islamic state in Kashmir, free from Indian rule, and are willing to employ extreme violence to achieve their objectives. The Pahalgam attack marked a significant escalation in the TRF's tactics, targeting civilians in a popular tourist destination, signaling a dangerous shift in their strategy and raising serious concerns about their future plans. Section 5. India's retaliation? A multi-pronged response. The Pahalgam attack sent shockwaves through India's political and security establishment. The government responded swiftly and decisively, launching a multi-pronged response that included diplomatic, economic, and security measures. On the diplomatic front, India immediately suspended the Indus Waters Treaty, a crucial water-sharing agreement with Pakistan. The Attari Wagah border crossing, a symbol of the fragile peace between the two nations, was closed indefinitely. Furthermore, Pakistani defense advisors were expelled from New Delhi, and diplomatic staff in Islamabad were significantly reduced. India also imposed a blanket ban on Pakistani nationals entering India on special visas, revoking previously issued visas. These actions demonstrated India's resolve to isolate Pakistan diplomatically and economically, holding it accountable for harboring and supporting terrorist organizations operating within its borders. Section 6. The Investigation: Unmasking the Perpetrators. In the immediate aftermath of the attack, the National Investigation Agency, India's premier counter-terrorism task force, took charge of the investigation. The NIA, working in tandem with local law enforcement agencies, launched a massive manhunt for the perpetrators. Based on eyewitness accounts, forensic evidence, and intelligence reports, the NIA identified two primary suspects: Adil Gurey, a resident of Anantnag, and Asif Sheikh, from Sopore. Both men were known to have links to extremist groups operating in the region. The NIA released their sketches to the public, urging anyone with information to come forward. A reward was announced for any information leading to their capture, demonstrating the government's commitment to bringing the perpetrators to justice. The investigation continues to be a top priority for the Indian government, with significant resources and manpower dedicated to apprehending the culprits and dismantling the network that facilitated this heinous act of terror. Section 7. A World in Shock: International Condemnation and Support. The Pahalgam attack drew immediate condemnation from the international community. World leaders from Washington to Beijing expressed their condolences and solidarity with India, reaffirming their commitment to combating terrorism in all its forms. The United States, the United Kingdom, China, Israel, Iran, France, and numerous other countries issued statements condemning the attack. They offered their support to India in its fight against terrorism and emphasized the need for a united global effort to counter this growing menace. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, who was on a state visit to India at the time of the attack, cut his trip short to visit the site of the massacre. He offered condolences on behalf of the American people and reiterated the United States' commitment to standing with India in its fight against terrorism. The outpouring of support from the international community demonstrated the global recognition of the threat posed by terrorism and the shared resolve to combat this scourge. Section 8. India's fortress heightened security measures. In the wake of the Pahalgam attack, the Indian government implemented sweeping security measures across the country. Security forces were put on high alert, and patrolling was intensified in major cities and sensitive locations. Red alerts were issued in several states, including Punjab, which shares a border with Pakistan. Interstate checks were intensified, and security was beefed up at airports, railway stations, and other transportation hubs. The government also announced the deployment of additional troops to the Kashmir Valley, further strengthening the security apparatus in the region. These heightened security measures were designed to deter future attacks and reassure the public that the government was taking all necessary steps to ensure their safety. While these measures caused some disruption to daily life, they were widely seen as necessary precautions in light of the heightened threat environment. Section 9. Scars on Paradise: The Aftermath and the Future. The Pahalgam attack left an indelible scar on the collective psyche of India. The idyllic image of Kashmir, often referred to as paradise on earth, was shattered by the violence. The attack had a profound impact on the tourism industry, the lifeblood of the Kashmiri economy. Tourists, once drawn to the region's natural beauty and tranquility, canceled their trips en masse. fearing for their safety. The local economy, heavily reliant on tourism, suffered a devastating blow. The attack also exacerbated the already tense security situation in Kashmir. The Indian government vowed to take a tough stance against terrorism, raising concerns about potential human rights violations and further alienating the local population. The Pahalgam attack serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of terrorism and the challenges faced by India in its fight against this global menace. It underscores the need for a multidimensional approach that addresses not only the security aspects, but also the underlying political, social, and economic factors that contribute to the rise of extremism. The road ahead remains fraught with challenges, but the resilience of the human spirit and the unwavering pursuit of peace offer a glimmer of hope for a brighter future.